Welcome to the SMB Field Service Work Order Management session. Work orders, or service calls, are used by service companies to log service request details, then assign and schedule those service requests. Today we'll see how to create work orders and complete them so the customer can be invoiced. In SMB Suite, service calls are created in Service Management. The call taker has many ways to retrieve information about the customer, including invoice and service call numbers, address, phone number, lookups, and more. Once a customer record is selected, additional information about the customer's location becomes available. On the right, we see visual cues for available information. The traffic light color indicates the status of this customer's accounts receivable aging. The contract indicator shows that this customer has at least one maintenance contract, and the history indicator is a lookup to search and view all service call history for this customer's location. There is also an equipment lookup. Service management allows you to track detailed information about your customer's equipment, including serial numbers, maintenance coverage, warranty information, and more. This lookup can be used to assign a service call to a specific piece of equipment. Next, an existing call can be opened or a new call can be created for this customer. When a service call is created, information for the required fields, shown here in red, can be defaulted with the correct information for this customer location, allowing you to create orders in seconds. Additional information can be added too, like notes, document attachments, a scheduled date, time estimates, user-defined fields, etc. Multiple pages of notes can be entered, and other information can be selected using lookups. Multiple appointments can be created for longer calls, calls that require multiple visits, and calls that need multiple technicians assigned. When the service call has all the necessary information, a work order can be printed for the tech, providing all the information needed to perform the work. Different formats of the work order are available as needed. Here is one example of a work order report showing the customer, call, and notes information for the technician. Once the work is completed for this call, all resolution and work notes can be entered for the service call. Before invoicing, all labor, materials, and other costs can be entered for the service call so the customer can be accurately invoiced. Standard labor rates, pricing, and tax tables can be assigned to a customer. Different categories can be used to match appropriate costs for the call. Service call costs can be updated by using payables, payroll, inventory, and other transaction types, and costs can also be entered here directly. Here we see how labor costs can be added directly in the service invoice. Direct cost entries for other categories are made in a similar way. We see materials, costs, and the added labor cost here. Additional costs can also be added to a call. The additional cost category can be used for expenses, surcharges, and other billable charges. Once all costs have been assigned, the best format is chosen to print the appropriate invoice for the customer. Here is one example of an invoice that includes the company logo. Once the invoice has been printed, the invoice can be posted and the customer's accounts receivable balance is updated. All notes, attachments, and costs for this service call are retained as history for this customer location and can be reviewed at any time in the future. Any previous service calls can be opened and reviewed from either the Recent History window or the History indicator. We've just seen how service call work orders can be created, assigned, scheduled, completed, and invoiced using SMB Service Management. To learn more about SMB Suite, visit us at the new www.smbsuite.com.